Alrighty, this should be a fun episode. We are going to chill in the camp and talk to people, get some item sorting. I think someone leveled up too. Who leveled up? Morgan leveled up. She needs all the willpower, all of it. I need you to have an extra tactic stuff. No. And now this is important. I like this one, right? AoE lowering the resistance stuff. I kinda want her to have this too. That doesn't seem like there is a... Yeah, that doesn't seem like there's a resisting to this thing. It just happens. Mass rejuvenation. Rejuvenating energy to all members of the party, significantly increasing mana and stamina regeneration for a short time. Not healing. Regeneration. Heart regeneration for a short time. Guess we need this, we are not healing enough. I want this heroic defense on the Alistair at all times. At all times. Other than that, do you have anything I care about? This hex stuff is cool, but I want the defense stuff first. We're gonna get this hex stuff later. I need to keep the Alistair up somehow. She can put regeneration on top of healing, or we can go through the heroic defense. Defense cold resistance. The penalty to fatigue. The bonus to defense is good. I know about resistance stuff. Bonus attack. Share of most missile attack for a moderate duration. There was a cool glip too. Bonuses to defense and mantle resistance, as well as bonus against missile attacks. It's very good as well. So we do want these things here. Offense won't do anything. This is Funny enough, I think the glip will be the best one. If we need the earliest fucking thing ever. Or regen. She can do a regen. I am not so sure how she can put the warding, that's the problem. I most likely have to put this myself unless this is massive. Defense is easy to put. Regeneration is easy to put. For 2 levels I can hit regen. For 2 levels I can hit glip. I need 3 for this shit. I really don't need this. Except maybe it will be helpful for me. Okay, I'm tempted because it will be helpful for me. So let's do the tactics on her while we are at it. Condition. Ally. Mana or stamina level. 10%. Okay, I guess. Items. We have gotten some cool items. Nope, this way. Uh, 7.8. 7.8. It has a crit chance higher. It has armor penetration higher. It's just an axe. Longsword is not garbage actually, pretty good. 5 spirit resistance, cold resistance, cold damage. Yeah, not that great, but armor penetration is very good. I don't think anything will beat that 10% healing effect received on this thing. I don't think so. Same shit. You need 30 strength for this. You need 22 strength for this, which is very good actually. Okay, you don't have much. You actually have something to put on you. Hold up. Constitution is what you're wearing already. We have gotten some paint shit. Here we go. Armor pan, armor, constitution. Let's get armor. Don't even need you to have anything. I'd rather sell these actually. Cold resistance, electricity resistance. Yeah, these are awful. Should have no armor for me. Acolyte stuff. Awful. No ring or anything, I assume. This is hosted. Yeah, I wanted to use this. Warden's Oath. 2 constitution, willpower, and nothing. Okay, let's give the gifts. Gotta give it to Morgan, because that's our main goal right now. Fancy vase. I gotta sell that small.
Interesting.
Steel bracers.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
+1.
Interesting.
+1.
Interesting.
+1. Gotta give this to someone else. Okay.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it? Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that? Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things. I don't know what to say. I'm honored. Thanks again.
You're welcome. I just stole it, so... Skill acquired. Fuck is this skill acquired shit?
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up. I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Great Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
That's good.
She's the only family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know. Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could feel
Yeah, it's no big deal,
Her
dude,
name is
okay.
Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Sure. Sure thing.
Something on your mind? Of course. Never what? Had a good pair of shoes? Oh, so that's what we're talking about. Well, if you really want to know, you tell me first.
I mean, I have been in the fucking mage circle. What shall we do? Shall we be a virgin, or I mean, we are in the mage circle and everything, but the thing is there are a bunch of girls there, so there must be something out. Yeah.
And apparently you have no shame as well. Well, all right, I'll play along. I myself never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Too busy.
Well, living in the Chantry is it's not exactly a life for rambunctious boys. They raised me to be a gentleman.
You tell me.
I've no urge to rush into anything. We may not even survive what is to come, after all. Enough.
That's the reason to rush to everything, dude. That is the reason
Something on
to
your
rush.
mind? Of course. You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden? You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see." Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears. Really? I saw you eating dinner the other day. Savage.
Really? What? What?
Ah, yes, the classy camaraderie of two men traveling out in the open. I take it you were like this before the joining, then. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Pretty fucking bad.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live. Give or take. The taint
That's pretty fucking good.
Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
It's a tradition and we don't know about it.
And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits.
Yeah, you fucking manipulated them instead.
You think if we asked for volunteers that Grey Wardens would exist? Maybe a few. You wouldn't be here. Neither would I, probably. And the blight needs to be stopped. You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
This is all.
We can look forward to ending the blight. That's what's supposed to make this worth it. Something on your mind? Of course. I didn't know them for very long, but I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
Why not?
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name? Gregor. He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table. Sometimes, we were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Anyhow, it doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
Bro, if you know, why are you telling me? Because he's trying to be a fucking victim and whatever. Oh, this must be very stupid. If you say that, the other person is kinda forced to say, no, it is not. Like, kinda self-devastating, whatever you call it. Kinda lowering stuff. He's lowering himself. Basically, kinda taking daggers at himself. So other person will be like, feel bad and help him somehow. It's like someone hitting himself in front of you. And you're like, oh no, don't do that kind of shit. But it is more mental, obviously.
I just would have liked something of his to take with. Well,
Okay.
I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Sure. It is kind of none of your business and fucking gossip, but
What about Liliana? Is she crazy?
nah,
Or
she's
do you
crazy.
really believe in her vision?
She's crazy. She's crazy without a doubt.
Really? I'm not sure I could dismiss it so easily. I mean, it's not as if we didn't need the help when she came to us.
Oh my god, I thought you were not.
I
You're
don't know
not
what-
that religious, dude.
If you look at her when she comes to you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life. Yes, I know. Still, I feel badly for her. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for
Maybe,
some other
for
reason, she
sure.
said.
For sure.
And you're just going to let her follow us around? A Maleficar and make her knows what else?
I mean, I have to because she saved our ass, dude.
That's the most sensible thing I've heard out of you yet. Just remember that she's dangerous too, and evil, and mean. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we? Something on your mind? Of course. You never asked? All right. If you want the full explanation, I'll give it to you. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that? Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing. They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me. Hello? Have you met me? I'm no leader of men. I don't want to be the person sitting on the throne and making decisions that affect the lives of others. It just isn't me. I guess I should be thankful that Al Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's all right. Oh, I hope he's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do. I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now.
Alright.
Something on your mind?
Anything
Of
else?
course. Such as they are. About something on your mind?
Alright, we have talked to him enough. Liliana just has stories, I assume.
Yes? Well, here I am.
Oh god, yes.
Of
Tales,
course I
more
do.
tales.
I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think. I know one. Told me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Wait, Morgan's mother? I met Flemeth in Kokarwa.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you. Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like to a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love. Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and
what a
longed to
bitch.
see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds. Chantry Lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, They invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris. Which one? Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker. I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined
I
her
guess that's
forward
why they
to
put
fight
the
their master,
Davish bullshit
the
and
great elven leader,
the-
Shatan,
and the rest of the stuff to a new tab.
rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own. The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish. Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter. I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Okay, that's about it.
Yes? Well, here I am. Of course I do. I love stories far too much to
We
keep
have
them to
heard
myself.
all of it though. Okay. Alright, Morgan.
I await your command.
Do you have anything to say, Tamar?
So, full of questions, are you? 'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle?
Yeah.
If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the
For the
demon
love of
can be
God, wear
battled
something.
to
That's
the death.
ridiculous.
Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have.
Cleavage is ridiculous. That's not even a cleavage
Those
anymore.
things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it. I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? Possibly, if I had the desire to. I await your command.
Anything new here?
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Nothing. Okay. She doesn't like the sensible fucking
Are
actions.
you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm sure.
We have 11. This wasn't that good, right? Drake skin, hardened. I wanted to sell some of the dogs stuff. Damn, they're not that much, but it's still one. It's still 1 gold. It's not fucking cheap. It's another 1 gold. Why not? Have it. Don't think I need 2 heavy chainmail shot. Viridium 2.4, 1.7. This is way better. Steel axe, Viridium axe. Only 8. Are you kidding me? Let's get those 200 shot. This thing too. 26 dex, chance to avoid missile attack, 7.5. 12 damage, 7.5 damage. Okay, she needs to have strength then. You gotta remember not to give her cunning, but fucking strength. She needs to have strength. Her strength is 18. She needs 26. That's like 8 levels. And we get 3 per level. That's 3 levels we gotta put purely on strength for her to be able to use that shit. Can you use this thing? 26 decks. You have 22 decks.
Enchantment?
No. Gotta sell some garbage to you.
Anything I can do. I'm sure.
Alright. Get this dog stuff. It's about time we hit the circle. Yeah, talk to everybody. Alright. Let's save it. New save, and I will see you on the next one, everybody. We will hit the circle and see what's good.